Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Fenway Park.
Good afternoon, everybody. Red Sox collector Dan McGraw here. I am finally doing it. This is my official basement video where I will showcase at least an overview of my entire Red Sox collection. It's been a long time in the making. I got some new lighting in, which is going to help. I apologize in advance because of the main room with the cards. Unfortunately, the lighting still isn't great out there. I actually figure I'm better off doing that part of the video at night. So that will be the final room that I do. I'm going to break it down into segments and then connect all the videos together into one long video. That seemed to be the consensus when I asked the opinion of everybody, if they would rather have several short videos on separate days or just one long video, and it was unanimous. I didn't have one person that didn't say just do one long video. And there seems to be a lot of interest in it, a lot of excitement. I know it's Boston Red Sox. If you're not a Red Sox fan, it's not going to be as interesting to you. But I think when you see the scope of the collection and the way that it's displayed and the way I take care of it, I think it'll hopefully inspire some of you who have the ability to display your collection differently to maybe do the same thing. This is not an overnight thing. I bet we've been in this home. It'll be 4 years in August, and I've been since day one organizing and collating and curating this collection, and I'm very proud of the work that I put into it. It is not cheap to do something like this. There are thousands of dollars just in display items and storage and binders and sheets and top loaders and mag holders and card cases and you name it. So it's a work in progress. It's a work over time. It didn't happen overnight. I didn't just decide to all of a sudden, go out and do this. So I've been talking about it long enough, and it's finally time to just bring it to you. So I hope you all enjoy it. It's gonna be long. I forewarn you of that, but nobody seemed to really care when I said it might be a half an hour to 40 minutes. It could end up being longer than that. It depends on how in-depth I want to get in, showing things and opening up binders and things like that and just showing what's inside. Because while it's displayed really nicely, there's still a lot of stuff that's just in binders that you can't even see. So I'll probably open up some of those along the way and showcase those things. So I'm going to stop talking because I'm already going to be long on this video. So I hope you enjoy. Grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable. You're going to be here a while. And if you make it to the end, thank you. Thank you very much. To all of you who are watching this right now, thank you for your support. Thank you for all your kind words commemorating my 1 year on YouTube and what turned out to be my 200th video last night. So thank you again, and I hope that you all enjoy, and I can't wait to see your comments. So without any further ado, let's get to it. The Basement, brought to you by Red Sox collector Dan McGraw. Thanks for watching. All right, thanks again, everyone, for watching. Just got to kind of start on my stairwell here. Sorry, the lighting in here is really bad. Just an assortment of Highland Mint plaques, some posters, vintage jazz poster that you've already seen in the other room, vintage poster from 1970, and then I painted the stairwell Fenway green, or Green Monster green, and got the retired numbers set. Well, the retired Red Sox numbers, that's kind of cool. On this side, have the 86 World Series, kind of a felt type banner. It's an assortment of posters, and some uncut sheets of like promotional sets, a McDonald's set from 2004, some team signed baseballs right here. That's actually a Mookie Betts home run ball when he was in the Carolina League. And then we get the coin and medallion sets. And again, I apologize, the lighting over here is not that good. This is my feature in Beckett's Sports Card Monthly as a super collector, back when they were doing that. As long before I had what I have now. Didn't have much at all compared to what I have now. Original Carly Yastrzemski action baseball game. And some more posters. And then we've got the Remy report from Game 4 of the 07 World Series. And just some miscellaneous pins and pin sets. Some Coca-Cola bottles. some patches from the late 70s, a few bumper stickers, more pin sets, a couple of pitching rubbers signed by Red Sox, well, Hall of Famer Lee Smith and Red Sox Hall of Famer Jim Lonborg. And then we have one of my cases of bobbleheads. This one, I have some kind of cheap Christmas tree shop lighting in there. It's not the best, but just to go to show how many bobbleheads I have. This is a Commemorative Bat from the 2018 series, signed by J.D. Martinez. And then just more posters, a 92 Fleer uncut sheet of the Roger Clemens insert set, a pin set, an actual payroll check from Bob Stanley, some more posters. We work our way over here. We have some vintage magazines, Life magazines, Time magazine, Sport magazines, Sports Illustrated, Newsweek, SI. We have some autographed bats. We have Rick Farrell. Sorry, my shadow's creeping in here. Jim Rice and Mo Vaughn. This is a cool 1975 World Series autograph piece. Bunch of different players. These were special Fenway days back in the 80s. Tony C, Yaz, Ted Williams, cool lithograph. This is the David Ortiz Coca-Cola Shadowbox that I picked up on the marketplace a few weeks ago. Some Beanie Babies, got my Jack in the Boxes, just some miscellaneous collectibles, some Red Sox yearbooks, the oversized ones from the last 15 years or so, that are 20 years now actually, that are too big to fit in binders. These are just assorted smaller magazines like old baseball digests, TV guides, some who's who in baseball. This is my binder rack that I have, binder rack of magazines, publications, including what I have on the other side of the room. I have pushing 800 different publications. I had done a video on these a few months back. This case right here is a new addition. This is all autographed items, mostly Hall of Famers. I have my little manager project going in the bottom corner here. And just some cool Hall of Fame autographs, some non-Hall of Famers, mostly deceased guys, some slabbed stuff, some cool, love that Raleigh fingers. I had showed that in a video a while back. Walt Dropo, Yaz, Fergie Jenkins. That's a Joe Cronin Hall of Fame postcard. That's my Jackie Jensen that I picked up. David Cohn. That's the Spectrum Anniversary set featuring 5 great Red Sox players. And then some more Hall of Famers down here. A bunch of Bobby Doors, Rick Farrell, Yaz, another Rick Farrell, another Joe Cronin, the Monster, Dick Raditz. And then these two cases right here are all my relic cards. They're basically stacked 6 or 7 high across. They are alphabetical, and they are all in cases, 15 count card cases. There are a few that are bigger because they're thicker and don't fit in there, but starting with Louis Aparicio all the way to, let's see, is Yaz the last one? Euclid looks like he's the last one. I do have some on the bottom here that I found after the fact and didn't get them back in alphabetical order, but we'll work on that at some point. So that is that side of the room. All right, moving over here, we have the Playmakers series. Replays, have all of them except for one Pedroia. I believe it's the batting version of the Pedroia. That's the fielding version. And it's a couple of lithographs, things like that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this and restart. It just is a lot easier to upload these videos and crop them together if they're a little bit shorter. So hang on for the next part. All right, I am back. Most of you saw this if you watched a video I posted about a month ago, my binders. These are all cards going back to basically 1948 and 1949, all the way to 2019 on the bottom shelf there. I have a total of, let's see, 6, 9, 10, 56 binders on this shelf, and I have some more on the back side. The top of that is all cups, player cups, just logo cups, special editions. It's probably about 35 or 40 of them up there. You go all the way to the back, 3-4 deep. So I showed those off once before, my binders. And then we have, this is a cool piece I showed on a video. It's an old like placemat in a restaurant, Sportsmanship Club. This is from 1968 after Yaz hit the Triple Crown. And now we have our autographs and vintage, as you can see on the top shelf here. Got some cool vintage stuff. 38 Gowdy Heads Up Bobby Dorr, 38 Gowdy Heads Up Jimmy Fox up top there. 64 Tony Canigliaro Venezuelan rookie, 1940 play ball Jimmy Fox, 48 Leaf Bobby Dorr, 40 play ball Bobby Dorr, Joe Cronin. The 2014 update Target Red Mookie Betts. That is an extremely hot card right now. Some Fleer Ted Williams, 51 Blueback Bobby Dorr, some Gowdies, Eddie Collins, and then some vintage Teddies. My 57 and 58 are both in the book, but I keep the 56 and before. A couple of T205s. I got a stack of T206s there. Middle shelf is basically some slabs I picked up recently and some Project 2020. Babe Ruth relic card, Canigliaro relic. That's a booklet, and then we get into all my one-of-ones, which I did a video on not too long ago. Not going to spend a lot of time on those. A lot of big names there, a lot of Hall of Famers. And on the bottom, we have certified autograph cards, alphabetical order. These are good Red Sox players, or Red Sox players that I feel are good enough to be in the case. And that includes the heritage buyback ones of the old-timers. But some nice names there. Then we kind of come back up and we hit the next case, which again is all certified autos. This is where I started it. They're alphabetical, starting with Bronson Arroyo. I do have some Louis Aparicio, but that's in a different case. So again, these are some good players. You know, Johnny Damon, Gonzalez. Got a Bobby Dahl back in there. That one is still in this side. I don't know what that one's going for right now, but his cards are on fire. Cecil Cooper, David Cohn, Francona, Falk, Farrell, Carl Everett, Cespedes. As you can see, just a nice little variety of players and cards. I love displaying my autograph cards. One of my favorite parts of my collection. Alright, now we'll move over here. We have my magazine rack. This is all hardcover, smaller, not so thick magazines, booklets. Thicker programs, a lot of World Series programs in here, League Championship Series programs, annual things, the Sports Illustrated hardbacks, Improper Bostonians. This one's cool. It's from Japan. That one's kind of cool. Now we move over to this side. We've got some posters. This is the regular Yaz poster from Hillshire Farm. We had the promo one in the other room. And a Nomar and some Manny Nomar, Pedro Schilling. And then this top shelf here, we have some snow globes and stadium replicas. I love these types of things. I love everything Red Sox, as you probably have guessed already. And some board games, some Scrabble, the chess game. The white binders are Die Hard magazines, the old newspaper style, like the old Sporting News size. Bought a huge collection of those a few years ago. Have a lot, most of them between 1992 and 2004. And then we have some glassware here. Just some Papagenos cups. Ted Williams original root beer. A couple of Roger Clemens mugs. My Manny Pedro Nomar banner. And then this right here is just some miscellaneous collectibles. Move into some cups. I got a Fenway Park brick from when they did some renovations. Cool clock. Nice 60/60 as issue from Topps. Then some more player cups. RC Cola cans. We got the old hankies that they used to give away at the games. We'll move over here. Just some more odds and ends. Some vehicles. A 69 Topps poster. Wheaties boxes. Pedro, Beckett, and Ortiz. Nice banner there. Then we have some miscellaneous publications that I don't have room for on the other thing. I've got some calendars in there. This is my Sporting News rack with the vintage Sporting News magazines. Got them all bagged up and boarded. And then some ESPN, the magazines, Tough Stuff magazines, baseball card, baseball hobby news, Just lots of cool stuff in there. And then on this back wall, we have some more posters. Some of these are from 1974. Then we have the 72 Yaz and 68 Jimmy Lonborg and Yaz. And we have some cool glassware in this little case. Got some cool steins and some regular glassware, some ceramic type mugs, some more glassware, an old Ted Williams mug that goes with the glass on the other side, the McDonald's Yaz cup, Jimmy Rice, 4 posters from 74. And one notable omission here as I go through are all my autographed baseballs. I actually have over 200 single sign balls now. And I decided to bring them back out into these racks because number one, they fit really well. And number two, I wanted to use the case for other things. So I'm going to zoom in on a couple of them here. Well, you got Mr. Dwight Evans, Sparky Lyle, Johnny Pesky, Louis Tiant, Mel Parnell, George Scott, Bob Montgomery, Dave Henderson. Move over to this one. We have Mike Easler. Got a nice Wade Boggs there. Rich Gedman, Freddie Lynn. Move down to the middle here. We got, don't know who that one is off the top of my head. Looks a little like Dave Wallace, who was briefly the Red Sox manager. And we have Nomar. Don't know who that one is off the top of my head. Ian Kinsler. So we got a bunch. Some big names. Jimmy Pearsall. Went around the Rocket. Roger Clemens. There's a nice one. Tom Seaver. A lot of people forget he pitched for the Red Sox. And this rack over here, we got the Rem Dog. Scott Cooper. I'm just going through the ones I recognize. Spike Owen. I've got Ted Williams. I've got Yaz. These aren't in any particular order just because it would just take too long to organize them. And then the final thing in this room is the mostly Hall of Famer and bigger name autographs, starting with Bobby Doerr on the top shelf. We got some Andre Dawson, Carlton Fisk, Eckersley, we got Clemens, Marichal, Tom Seaver, and we got some nice Yaz, some Chris Sale, Big Poppy on the top, get some Veritex, some Kurt Schillings. Let me scroll down. A little hard to see in the middle here. We got a bunch of Wade Boggs in the back. Sorry, John, Wade Boggs fan didn't give a good representation of Boggs here. You can see some of them, but and got Pedro's, Hall of Famer George Kell, Luis Aparicio, and you get a couple of Mo Vaughns, a whole bunch of Pedroias in the middle there, Timmy Wakefield, a bunch of Jim Rice out back. On the bottom, we got my guy Dwight Evans, and then we got Dom DiMaggio, Pumpsy Green, Pete Runnels, got a couple of Johnny Peskys, a bunch of Nomars, Freddie Lynn. We got some Benintendis in the back. In the very back row, we got some Louis Tiant, bunch of Louis Tiants, some Johnny Lesters, bunch of Rafael Devers, JD Martinez. So the big names I like to keep in here. We got the Dwight Evans autographed bat. Beautiful bat. And I forgot to show the other two. We have Carly Strzemski, endorsed Hall of Fame 89. And then we have the Carlton Fisk signed with Pudge's pole, which is kind of cool. Doesn't really sign a lot like that, I don't think. So that's basically this room. This is one of my favorite rooms. Definitely very cool. Just do a quick scan of the room and kind of see the fact that when I say in my videos I don't have any room, I'm not kidding. I did a lot of rearranging for this video. Everything came out really nice. Very, very impressed at how well everything fits in and just to constantly updating and changing. So one more little section to do, and I'm going to go ahead and do it right now, so stay tuned. All right, so the next little section is the hallway. Got a lot of cool autographed items. Beautiful 16 by 20 Kurt Schilling with President Bush, signed by Schilling, not by Bush. Nice Wade Boggs litho, signed by Boggs and the artist. Got a nice 8 by 10 of Fisk after hitting the walk-off. That photo on the bottom is roughly from 1981. It's signed by Jim Rice, Yaz, Carney Lansford, Tony Perez, and Dwight Evans. A couple of 16 by 20s, a Louis Tiant and a Mo Vaughn. And then we have a nice Lefty Grove cut signature. And this is a commemoration of the 456 consecutive sellouts signed by the three primary owners, John Henry, Larry Lucchino, and I'm drawing a blank, Tom Warner. Beautiful 16 by 20 of Fisk. Sorry for the glare. And we get an 8 by 10 of Tony Perez, Wade Boggs, Lou Boudreau, another Wade Boggs. And then on this side, we have cool Pedro banner from McDonald's when they gave away his cups. A nice Yaz photo. Pretty cool David Ortiz advertising piece for Pepsi. And sorry, you're coming getting a little view of my bathroom here. Two posters on the door. Greenwell and Burks. It was always kind of synonymous with each other. The Greenwell is actually signed by Greenwell. And we move over here, and we have a cool Dwight Evans lithograph, a Roger Clemens Puma poster, a David Price commemorative lithograph, my Ted Williams Jumbo Perez steel yellow postcard signed. And then we have a Jim Rice Puma Hitman, Adrian Gonzalez 16 by 20, Fergie 16 by 20, and then we have a commemorative upper deck sheet signed by Earl Wilson, Yaz, and Minnie Minoso, who just happened to be on that as well. And then some more 8 by 10 autograph Hall of Famers. We have Joe Cronin, Louis Aparicio, Rick Farrell, The Hawk, Andre Dawson, Bobby Dorr, and Dennis Eckersley. So this is just a quick one here. I already showed the stuff on the other side in another video. So we'll move on to the next section. Alright, so let's move on to this section of the room. As you can see in front of me, this wall is all mainly photo balls and commemorative baseballs from over the years. The middle row is actually photo balls. Top row, mostly commemorative balls from World Championship teams and individual players. And then we have the consecutive sellout balls, 07 World Series, Burger King. We've got a couple of facsimile signed team balls behind there. Then we just have some miscellaneous memorabilia on this shelf. This was a really cool pickup. I had a video on this. Cool Ted Williams bottle, a little commemorative ball set. And then behind this Mookie Betts, we have these champagne bottles. Veritek and Eucalyptus, and Big Poppy Wakefield, and some tins. Mookie Betts puzzle, which I will never attempt again. And we have the baller figures with a few of the Funko Pop, and then this E-Keys, whatever it is, Foco, and just some miscellaneous memorabilia on the bottom. A couple of game used bats, one of Pat Dodson and one of Reed Nichols. The Pat Dodson is actually autographed. And then we have my life-size Butch Hobson stand-up from the 70s from Friendly's Restaurant. Unfortunately, it basically broke in half. You can kind of see right there where there's a perforation. It fits perfectly with his elbow going over the doorknob where I have it. And serves a purpose. I'll probably never find another one. So, and then I just have some miscellaneous items here. A Red Sox dugout card, Carlton Fisk talking baseball card, and some more Hall of Fame autographed 8 by 10s at Hillshire Farms. Yaz, and then we have Jim Rice, Orlando Cepeda, Juan Marichal, and George Kell on the bottom. And then on this wall right here, we have some of the MVP pins. We have Boggs, Lee Smith, Roger Clemens, and Boggs and Clemens from 91. Pogs, many of you collected in the 90s remember those things. And Uno, an open set, and then a couple of Nomar Garciaparra oddball items. Alright, now let's move into the back room here. So we go with the 2018 World Series champs sign, 04 World Series poster, and 07 World Series posters. And then hanging on the door, we have the giveaway Coca-Cola David Ortiz. Basically, it's a David Ortiz dress-up type set. Kind of cool. And we open the door here, we come into the room with 3 showcases and my figurines. So just gonna kind of pan around here real quick and say hello to Johnny Damon. It's my life-size Johnny Damon stand-up. Alright, and we just have some posters on the sliding closet doors here. Dunkin' Donuts poster set, and then some miscellaneous posters. Daisuke Euclid, a nice litho with the Red Sox left fielders, Williams, Yaz, Rice, and Greenwell. And over here we have some miscellaneous figurines, a few miscellaneous posters, a play ball plaques, some headliners, and then underneath here more posters. Say hi to Johnny again. And we'll kind of pan in over here. Apologize, the lighting's not better for this display case. This is basically autographed hats. These are from the 2001 Fleer collection. We have Clemens, Jimmy Pearsall, Bobby Dorr, Don Zimmer, Dewey, Tom DiMaggio, and then we have mini helmets of Bobby Dorr and Carlton Fisk, and I apologize that I don't have a light in this case. And these are all sports impressions, Salvinos, few miscellaneous, the Pedro Martinez Hall of Fame, 18 championship trophy in the back there with the Ortiz commemorative. That is a baseball that was issued by the Hall of Fame. I think there's 500 of them from when Yaz got inducted. My dad actually gave that to me. He's had that for a long time and gave it to me. Those are Upper Deck pewter figurines. A couple of different Nomars, Ted Williams, Babe Ruth. That's a beautiful like copper Ted Williams bust. And then we have the Danbury Mint glove from 2018, and we have a mini glove signed by Dwight Evans. And on the bottom, all sports impressions figures. The Jumbo Ted in the back, Babe Ruth. Some more Ted Williams, Boggs, Jimmy Fox, Clemens, Yaz, Heartland, and we have the Upper Deck Ted Williams figurine. And then we have the original Heartland figurine next to the reproduction ones, and then some Hallmark ornaments in the front. And then we have Bobby Dorr autograph bat, number 500. Don't know if that's a limited edition to 500 or if that's actually number 500 of a limited edition. And then behind the door here, we just have a few photos. Kurt Schilling, of course, from Game 6 in 2004 in the ALCS of Fenway Park litho. And then we have the Wall of McFarlane. This is every single McFarlane Red Sox figure ever issued. Starting with the mini figures, kind of going down. I'll have to do this kind of quick. Alright, and then over here we have the Hall of Famers and retired players, variants, things like that. Some of these are a little tougher to get. There's the Veritek with the umpire. It's probably my favorite one. And then on the bottom we have probably the rarest one. This one's numbered to 250, I believe. It's the Schilling white jersey Cooperstown collection that is actually autographed. It's autographed on the base. That was the last one I picked up. I got a really good price on that. And we just kind of pan across here. You can see all the different figurines, all in order by year, by player with variants. Sorry, I'm going to have to dodge the cases here. Try to give as good a shot as I can. All the way back to 2001, I believe, is when they first started issuing them. And then we have a few more of the ones over here. Sorry, the lighting is not good in this corner. And then we have more figurines here, starting with the Dragon Imports figurines. Have all of those. Some starting lineups. We have the MLB The Show, the David Ortiz All-Star Vinyl. There's actually a couple other variations. There's a home jersey and a black jersey. Then we have some of the McFarlane box sets. And then we have the starting lineup doubles. These are all, I have every starting lineup figure. Every American figure anyway. They did make Canadian ones in 88, 89. I don't have any of those. I have all the stadium stars. And then we have the Jumbo Cy Young and Babe Ruth. Jumbo Nomar. Award winners with Clemens. And then we just have some more miscellaneous items here. This is a Japanese figure of Manny Ramirez. Roger Clemens, Pitch Like a Pro, and there's a few more things behind Johnny. And then the banner is for the damage done of the 2018 season, highlighting a photo from all 119 of their regular season and postseason victories. Let me just pan across here, all the starting lineups. And again, I have to dodge my cases, so I apologize if I'm getting a little blurry at any point. So I have all of them. Very impressive. And then I have all these different 22 by 34 posters. I don't frame all of these. Some of them cost me $1. So I really don't want to spend $10 on a frame. So even if it's an inexpensive frame. All right, let me pan over here. We've got Sports Illustrated posters of Wade Boggs and Fisk. A couple of nice lithographs, a couple of nice cool Yaz drawings on the bottom, and then Clemens and Jimmy Rice Sports Illustrateds. We pan back out to here. This is my case of plates. Pretty full. Got room for a few, but most of these are sports impressions. Some of them are Danbury Mint. I'm going to kind of come across the front here. As you can see, I've got a variety of them. There aren't many that I don't have, that I know of, that exist. A couple of these are autographed. These really display nicely. I'd rather have like a curio cabinet for these, but I don't have any room for a curio cabinet, so this works good for now. And then the autographed bat is actually a 1998 Boston Red Sox team bat that's signed by several players. You can see Mo Vaughn there. That's Brett Saberhagen, John Valentin. Let's see. I know Nomar. And there's Pedro. I know pretty sure there's a Nomar on here too. Veritek right there. There's Nomar right there. So it's kind of cool. It's got all the key players anyway. And then the last case, really in the dark here, and I apologize, I can't turn any light towards it. The bottom two shelves are my Danbury Mint figurines, and if you look at the bottom right there next to Pedro is the new David Ortiz that I just picked up a couple days ago. I did not feature that in a video. Figured I would just talk about it in the case. That's the 2004 team figurine. That's one of the more valuable items in my collection. You don't see these very often. And you got Manny and Nomar on the bottom, and you got Ted Williams, you got the Carlton Fisk in the middle, Yaz, and the Mookie Betts. And then on the top shelf, I just have a few more odds and ends, mini helmets of Ken Harrelson, Dwight Evans, little Sunday helmet autographed by Veritek, and then in the middle here, let me kind of get a little closer, I apologize, I'm trying not to block my light source either. Ted Williams ceramic or porcelain card set, and then just some miscellaneous commemorative coins, the World Series rings. This is a commemorative coin set. 6-time World Series champion. That is the Highland Mint that put that out. And then this one right here is also a 6-time World Championship set. I believe this is also Highland Mint. So that is room number 3. Do a quick scan here. As you can see, pretty much every inch is covered. And it's a labor of love. I originally was going to put shelving in this room for the. I was going to actually have somebody build like a display case on the wall here for my McFarlane's. It was going to cost me almost $10,000. So instead, I went out and I bought a $1 pack of tacks from the dollar store, and all I simply do is I put a tack just under the lip so it doesn't puncture the figure. And that's how I display them, and I think they look fantastic. They're all even. I'm able to put them right next to each other, and I have not had any issues with these. These have been hanging for 3.5 years, and I have never once even dusted them. So that is room 3. Again, a quick scan of the room, the exterior, and then we get back to the plates, the Danbury Mint, and the sports impressions and other various figurines. All right, so that is room 3, and that completes the tour of the basement. All right, so I'm back. We're gonna move into the back room now. We have a nice 2007 banner and a 2013 World Series poster. I'll prop this door open. This is the room where I make my videos. I just put this shelving in. I'm not real thrilled with it. I feel like I got a lot of dead space. Some lunch boxes, some of the Fenway Red Sox Nation, Kid Nation mailboxes, lunch boxes. And then I have another Beanie Baby. And then I have a Wally that's signed by Jerry Remy. This is the old Arco Atlantic Oil set with the pitcher that I picked up not too long ago with the 4 different color variations of the cups. And then just some assorted ball caps and stuffed animals on the top. We'll spin around here, go behind the door. Just some random Red Sox photos that I put back there. Still a lot of room on the door. I get room for a large poster if I can find one. This is just a cool Budweiser schedule from 2008, commemorating the '07 World Series champs. Beautiful classic swing Ted Williams lithograph. Then we have Carly Yastrzemski, Yaz. These were the Be Strong towels that they gave out during the 2013 season. So one of my favorite pieces, my Tony Canigliaro lithograph that has a cut signature. And then we have the 2018 Commemorative Plate. I picked this up on a Facebook Marketplace sale. It's a large mirrored type photo of the 2004 World Series champs. Then I have a couple of other items I picked up. World Series champs there. Some ticket stubs from their World Series seasons and victories. And then this section right here is all assorted pinbacks and buttons, larger size ones, mostly individual players. No rhyme or reason for some of them, because some of them I don't have that many of, but I have the complete set of the 86 World Series buttons, some other assorted World Series. These are some of the vintage ones. Very cool. I love pins and buttons. I've got probably about 250 total. We shut that door, let the light come in, and I've got some commemorative bats here. This is the 75 American League Champion bat. That's one of my favorites. This is a 2013 World Series. This one was numbered to 5,000, and then that's a 2018, the blue variation that I love so much. These are some leftover jerseys that I didn't have cases for. I just kind of have them in here right now. I have a Jim Lonborg, a Kurt Schilling. That one's John Lester and Bill Lee. I did not have individual jersey cases. This is a bobblehead container with some more cool bobbleheads. This one is, I don't have a light for it, so you can't really see a whole lot, but I got some really cool ones in there. There's about 20 bobbleheads total in there. My 16 by 20 or 11 by 14 Dave Roberts after he scored the tying run, Game 4, 2004 ALCS. These are just some assorted starting lineups, and one McFarlane that I had bought part of a lot a long time ago that just loose. Nomar. These are the Verizon Literacy Champion posters. They made a bunch of these. I got Nomar, I got Derek Lowe, I got a nice Jim Rice Spalding Consultant poster. It's a little rack of mini bats, mostly commemorating the 2018 World Series. I don't have too many of those. And then in here I have my Red Sox DVDs and VHS. Probably about 20 total. Mostly World Series ones and some couple of player ones. Very cool. And then over here we have some more large posters. We have an autographed Dwight Evans Sports Illustrated poster. And we have Carly Yastrzemski, Rick Burleson, and we have the 100 Years of Fenway. That's my famous recliner. This is the one I was showing before up on the wall. I just got a better copy of it. I put that in a frame. And then back here we have the Colonial Jim Rice. And then this is the variation of the Yaz poster that I have. I think this is the promotional one where it's the 3,000th hit sweepstakes where they put the entry blanks on there. It's got a lot of tape around the edges, but it's still very cool. And I'm going to circle up some autographed jerseys here. I have a Wade Boggs stat jersey. Louis Tiant, I have to fix that one. It's starting to slouch a little bit. The clock that I cannot hang on the wall because I have no space, so I have to rest it there. Freddie Lynn autograph. This is just a cool little woodwork piece of Roger Clemens. I picked that up on eBay, really cheap. I think I paid like $2 for it. And an Andre Dawson autograph jersey. My Little Big Poppy Stuffy. And a Jose Canseco autograph jersey. And we move around here to the front. We have another case of, and I knew I was going to do that. I just bumped my head on my new light fixture because it hangs a little low. This one definitely looks a lot better than the other ones. This is some more, mostly stadium giveaway bobbleheads from the last 4 or 5 years anyway. A lot of big names in there. Really cool. Another little marketplace pickup, this display case. I picked it up for like $10. It was filthy. It had old, what do you call it? Whatever you call that paper that people used to line their drawers with. The sticky paper. I cleaned it all off, and it definitely serves a purpose. This was a gift from a coworker. It's a little Roger Clemens, like, three-dimensional wooden piece. And then down here I have all of my commemorative pins, smaller sizes. There are some player pins in there as well. Mostly this one is your different event pins and just logo type pins. And then this case is mostly your individuals. You got a Colgan chip in there, Orbit, some Yaz 3000s, some vintage small ones that I like to keep in here, some Ted Williams, DiMaggio. And you got the fun food buttons, the old MSA buttons, a few like commemorative type ones. So very cool. Love pins. I like to get those on the wall. I just don't have place. This is another new addition. Well, let's scroll up to Poppy here. This is the flag, of course, Poppy giving the famous "This is our effing city." Very cool. As you can see, my blinds need some work behind there. They're kind of wrecked. I like to get some new ones. Top shelf of this rack is all my media guides, going all the way back, I think, to 1963, I want to say. Yeah, 63 is my oldest one. They go all the way across to 2020. I'm missing 2018, and I'm missing 2008, which I actually just purchased about an hour ago. I was sitting in my chair today and noticed I did not have it, and I stumbled upon one on eBay that was ending with an hour left, and I paid $1.75 for it. So thrilled with that. And then my Red Sox library of assorted books about the team and players. Great reference points. I'm not going to lie, I haven't read any of these books. One day I will sit and read them. These are just some smaller sets, not cards, but player photo packs. You got some vintage programs in there. Papagino's 78 set, 1969 Atlantic Oil, 1976 Lynette. Some old Baseball Digest, index cards, Perez Steel, first day covers. And then these are mostly picture pack sets, going back into the 40s. And some more. And then these down here I haven't labeled yet. They're just some more variety of stuff. And we come back up to the top here. A couple more autographed jerseys. My man, Dwight Evans. And Jimmy Rice. This is my desk that I do my videos at normally. Trust me, that's as clean as it ever gets. It's usually covered when I'm doing videos. You just can't see it. My comfy chair, and then just a variety of posters that I have on my sliding closet doors. And then some vintage World Series programs. I have the 46 World Series, the 67, the 75. Cool Fred Lynn autograph that I picked up real cheap. And this is from our local newspaper when they won the 18 World Series. So this is the room where I make my videos. You've seen that background behind me. Now it's kind of come to life. So that pretty much covers this room. Hope you're enjoying it so far. I definitely cut this room down time-wise from the first part of the video. So we're going to move on to the back room next. So there you have it, my basement. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's long. I apologize. If you notice, I'm wearing a different shirt than I was wearing in the introductory video because I had to redo the entire front room video. There was no sound on it. I went to play it back, and for some reason my transfer from my phone to my computer wouldn't work, and I'm thinking maybe because it had no sound. I don't know, but I couldn't find it, so I shortened it up quite a bit because the initial part of that video was like 35 minutes in the first room. So I shortened it up quite a bit in round 2 and cut and pasted all together. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to hear your comments. I hope that it gives you some ideas of maybe how to display some of your things. Now, obviously, like I mentioned before, not everybody has this kind of space. So hopefully it's you enjoyed it and gives you a little bit of inspiration. And I'm very proud to show off my collection and talk about it. So, and again, it was a very quick run through. I really didn't have time to get into things, and I didn't want the quality to go too bad as I was, setting the phone down to take things off the shelf to open up binders and things like that. I decided against doing that. I did that in the first video, and I think that added a lot of extra time to it. Maybe I'll just go, room to room again or item to item again and do breakdown videos from that point. But hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for being patient and watching the whole thing. If you're still with me, thank you so much. And again, I'd love to hear the comments. I'm very proud of it, and if it seems like I'm bragging or showing off, I kind of am, because I work hard at it, and it's a labor of love, though. So thank you, everybody, for your continued support, and I'll be showing another video tomorrow with some mail that I picked up in the last few days. So thank you so much for all your support. Take care, everybody.